Right, morning guys. We are back at Home Lake at Floatfish Farm. It's the end of August and we've come down for a bit of a session today, overnight, and then into tomorrow. So we're here for about 36 hours. I'm basically turned up at 7 o'clock this morning, but as you can see from around the lake, it's pretty rammed. It's a Saturday morning, so there was a load of people on overnight, and we've basically had to wait for a bit to get onto a swim. I'm fishing with, I say, my two brother-in-laws are just down the bank there, and I'm fishing with one of my school friends' sons, Josh. So he's come down for a bit of a day session with me. He's not staying for the night, but he's going to be here for the day. And as I said, we managed to get in this swim probably about 8 o'clock. We've got everything set up, rods are out, so we're just going to see how we go. But as you can see, everything's set up and ready to go. We'll see how we get on.
I'm going to knock it off with a net.
Come on, David, stop farting about.
Should have bought my chair.
It's a cat.
It's a catfish. It's a little catfish.
I think it felt heavy.
The cat?
Yeah.
A little one.
I didn't think a carp would put up that much of a fight. Not that quickly.
Where was it? It's in the margin, out in the middle.
No, it's out in the middle.
Oh, it's only a baby. Luca's never seen a cat, he might want to have a look. Shelby gutted because we came in, never got one. It's about £15, I think, the fat. Arsehole to net. Hang on. Let's go under it. Oh, it's the pussy patrol.
Nice one, Dave.
The arm actually.
Oh, God.
Only a little one as well. Right guys, first one in the net. Got catfish, just weighed it, it's about 12 pounds. Watched everybody laugh as I try and pick the thing up. Yeah. So, up a good fight. We'll get this one back, see if we can get some more out. Right, it's just coming up to 1 o'clock, so I've just walked to the other end of the lake to the food van, get myself some lunch. Just had that one catfish so far, a couple of knocks, but nothing else positive. So we've had a rebait of both the rods, or all the rods, and cast those out again. So we'll see what the afternoon brings. But we've had a few shows over the spot, so hopefully Josh can get something on the bank. So he's only here till about 5:30 sort of time, so I'm hoping he can get a fish or two out in that time. As I said, I'm just going to grab some lunch and then get back to it. No pressure, Josh, but you're on film now. Right, so it's just coming up to 3 o'clock. I said to Josh it'll be bite times at 3 o'clock. Lee's just had a, was it £18.10 catfish, and now we've got to run. As we came back to our swim, our rod started going off, so Josh is playing this one. Might well be a catfish as well.
Is it?
I saw a tail flap out there.
He wants to go now. Hold on.
Hold on, Josh, hold on.
There's nothing you can do about it. Especially on a light tackle. It feels like it needs to go, and you can let go. Like that. Catfish.
Yeah.
Another catfish.
Give it a bit over to the right.
Keep it away from the line.
So if it wants to go, just...
Oh, the clutch is open. It's
Well, yeah, I'll say if it wants to go, just let it.
if that was a big one up there over there.
Right, it's on that other line. Try bring the rod up tip over to the left.
Come over the side. I'll get it through the middle of them. Once it runs past it, then it's forward. Is that dug in at the front?
No. Pick that right hand rod up, Mark, and go over the underneath Josh, and then over the top of it. Just keep the pressure on it.
It'll count. Small one, bigger than of course.
He ain't that small. Mark, get the net in.
About the same size as these.
First ever catfish.
Probably the same bloody fish that Lee just had. No, it's a bit smaller than Lee's one, but just keep pressure on because they stick it in reverse.
Yes.
There we are. Nice.
So it's probably not dissimilar to the size.
There we are. Josh's first ever catfish.
Swallowed the bloody
Swallowed a football, yeah. What was it, 13
13.6.
£13 6 ounces. Nice. Right, I'll get some pictures, get this one back. Right, it's just gone 4:30, so very much starting to get towards bite time. Josh obviously had that, was it 13-pounder out just before 3 o'clock. We've just had a recast of all of the rods. Got them all freshly baited out, but as you can see, it's bright blue skies and sun beating down on us. It's probably about 24-25 degrees, so it's not exactly ideal carping weather, but we're keeping going. Josh is going in the next sort of half hour, 45 minutes or so, so hopefully we can get him another fish out before he goes, but after that we've got the night to look forward to, and hopefully once the sun goes down it will really start to pick up and kick off. But rods are out, we're fishing. It's not ideal fishing weather, but it's nice enough to get a tan, so we'll wait and see how we go over the next few hours, and then maybe have another rebait and recast before settling in for the night. What's the time?
Yeah.
Right, 5 o'clock. Mum and sister are here, but Josh has got one. Last knockings, everything else is packed away. But his persistence has paid off. Looks like a little carp, but he's done the job. Is that another cat? Well, we thought it was a carp. Can't actually see anything with that sun. Get your rod tip down so it's underneath. Yeah. Yeah, it's kicking up a bit of a fight now, isn't it?
I think it's catfish. Yeah, it is.
That's on my rod.
A little baby one.
Right guys, it's just coming up to 10 to 6, so Josh is gone. That last catfish he got in was, we didn't weigh it, it was probably about 8 or 10 pounds. It certainly wasn't a big one, but it was very well deserved. He'd persevered with that spot. He'd changed things up a little bit across the day and managed to get hold of that last fish, so very much credit to him for keeping the rods out there until the last, and just shows obviously why we don't pack up until the last seconds. But yeah, he's now gone. I've rebaited both of my rods, repositioned them sort of out into the middle now. That's where we've had all of our action today. I did just have I had a run on the left hand rod, and a lesson learnt to myself basically with not changing out a rig that I wasn't 100% happy with, and basically the fish got off, so just proves the point. I should have changed it when I looked at it the first time. That's now done, and I've got the fresh baits and what have you out on the spot, so hopefully the fish are now coming on the feed. We've seen a lot more activity in the last couple of hours than we had basically for the whole of the rest of the day, so I've had a bit of a rearrange of the swim. I said the rods are both out on the middle, and we're good to go for the evening, so we'll get some lunch, dinner sorted shortly and wait for those fish to start screaming off. Right, it's just gone 7:15. Lots of activity starting to go on around the lake now. There's not been that much. I've seen a few people catching fish, but not very much at all. But in the last 45 minutes or so, starting to see fish topping out, seeing or hearing alarms going off all around the lake, so definitely getting to bite time now. Right, it's just coming up to 7 o'clock, so not long since I said the activity was increasing. I just had a run on the left hand rod, played the fish for 5 or 10 seconds, and then the line just pulled away, so reeled in, recast that with another PVA stick on, checked the rig and everything was fine with that. It was just obviously not very well hooked, so recast and see if we can get another one. But they're definitely on the feed now, so hopefully it won't be long before we get another fish in the net. Alright, the sun is, as you can see, just starting to set over the horizon. It's just gone 7:15, so I'm just getting some dinner prepped. We've got chili con carne, so we're going to get that cooked, get it eaten, and then basically sit out for the rest of the evening. See how the evening and night goes. Probably end up going into bed about midnight as usual, but we'll see how we get on. Hopefully get a few over the night. Right guys, we've got another one in the net. It's a bit of a bigger one. It's just gone about 2:20, so I've been dozing in and off with everybody else's alarms going, but we've got a 31 pounder. He's could be interesting trying to get him up because they're a pain in the arse to hold, but he's a 31-pound catfish. And this is where you see just how difficult a big catfish is to hold, and it's not even that big one, not compared to some, but there he is, 31 pound exactly. So we'll get some pictures and get this one back, but he put up a really good fight, took quite a lot of line out into the middle of the lake, and finally gave up. We got him in, so there he is.
Yeah.
Right, morning guys, it's just gone just after 6 o'clock. Just been getting a bit of activity on both rods in the last 15-20 minutes. Both of them have had a bit of a pull up and then drop back into position, so I haven't done anything with them, haven't struck them. Obviously we'll just wait and see if the fish will come and feed. Might get another run before the 24 hours is up. The plan was originally to do sort of 36 hours and stay here until this evening, but the weather forecast yet again is for bright blue skies and sun beating down all day, so I don't think the fishing is going to be brilliant. So we'll sit it out for another couple of hours, few hours, and then probably pack up and get off for 9, half 9, maybe 10, something like that. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, probably planning on packing up this morning rather than this evening. But you can see there's still lots of activity going on, still carp showing all over the lake. And still getting plenty of beeps on the rod, so hopefully we've got time for another fish yet. Well, I just thought I'd show you the result of the catfish last night. This was the rig that I took off following the fish, and obviously the boilie has been pretty mashed up. That's kind of to be expected, but you can see the hook has been completely turned round. The actual mechanics of the rig has been completely ruined during the fight. That's easily sorted, but the main thing, it's not very easy to see obviously on here, but you can see there's bits of rasping on the line itself. That's basically where the catfish is. They've got like gripping pads, which is pretty much like Velcro, but when your line is in there and it's getting rubbed backwards and forwards during the fight, that can cause some real damage to the line, and that's where your weak points come when you're then looking to cast this back out. So I mean, you can obviously sort the hook out, that can be turned round and into the correct place again, and you might still have a nice sharp point on there, but you do need to make sure you're checking your line as well, because this is exactly what I've had happen on mine. You can see there's bits of rasping all the way down the line, and those are all now weak points. And in another fight you could cast that out, and that would be, you might play the fish for 10 minutes and then one of those points gives way. So it's not just important to check your hook, you also need to be checking the line and making sure, and on your main line as well. Obviously catfish is a big animal, it could be causing issues anywhere sort of in the bottom metre or so of the line, so you just need to make sure you've checked all of that before you cast it back out again. Right guys, that's it. We're well, I'm certainly just packing everything up, so got the last bits left to do as usual. Rods are still out for now, but they'll be coming in the next 5 minutes or so. So that's it for this session. Surprised we didn't get any carp, but certainly happy with the 2 catfish that I did have out. The 31 pounder is probably second or third biggest fish in this lake, so certainly can't complain at that. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you again.